Hi guys, and welcome to day 4 of shared reading. I have my friend Lettuce Guy with me today, and guess what? He told me that he was looking at our YouTube videos. Some of you are not watching the videos all the way to the end. When he told me that, I was like this. Oh, are you serious? And he said yes. And he wants you to know that you need to watch all of the videos all the way to the end. Do not stop them in the middle. Watch them all the way to the end. All right, Lettuce Guy, I'm going to put you up here for a little bit so I can teach these kids something new. So today I'm going to teach you about one way that readers read with fluency. And when readers read with fluency, that means they read nice and smooth and not like a robot. So, today we're going to reread Carl and the Baby Duck, and we're going to read with fluency. One way that readers read with fluency is that they notice punctuation marks, and when they see question marks or exclamation marks, they change their voices to make their reading even better. So this one's called a question mark. Say question mark, question mark. This is an exclamation mark. Say exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Question mark means that we're going to read the sentence like a question. And an exclamation means that we get to read that sentence with excitement. So let's do this work together. Let's look at this first page. Do you see any special punctuation on this page? I know you see the period. Period just means stop. Do you see any special punctuation? I do. I see the question mark. So when we read this sentence, who can it be? We need to read it just like a question. Let's practice reading that sentence right now, just like a question. Who can it be? Do you see how I made my voice sound just like a question? All right, let's read this page, and when we get to this sentence, we're going to read it just like a question. One of Carl's friends needs help. Who can it be? Are you helping me read? Okay, good. You see any special punctuation on this page? Nope, just periods. Let's just read it normal. It's Mama Duck. A baby duck is missing. See any question marks? Do you see any exclamation marks? Nope, just periods. Let's just read it normally. Mama Duck goes one way to look for baby duck. Carl goes another way. I see some special punctuation. Do you see it? I'm looking for my post-it note. Here it is. This is what I see. I see a question mark. I see 2 question marks. Can you find the 2 question marks? Yep, there's one right there, and there's one right there. So when we read these sentences, we have to make our voices sound like a question. Are you ready? Are you going to make your voice sound like a question? Here we go. Is baby duck in the flowers? No, only a worm is there. Is baby duck in the bush? Did you make your voice sound like a question? I heard you. Take off the post-it note. You see any special punctuation on this page? Yeah. What's that? A question mark. Let's read this page like a question. No, only a bird is there. Is baby duck behind the bench? What do you see? Go for a punctuation hunt. I see a period. I see a question mark. You ready to read these pages? No, only a cat is there. Is baby duck at the playground? Did you make your voice sound like a question? Just a period. It doesn't look like baby duck is here. Just a period. Maybe baby duck is in the tunnel. just periods. No, only two boys are there. Here comes Carl's friend Lucy. Doop! What do you see on this page? This is what I see. Do you see it too? You see the question mark? Yep, there it is. When we read this page, will you help me read it like a question? All right, here we go. Lucy, have you seen Baby Duck? No, Lucy has not seen Baby Duck. What punctuation do you see? I see it too. It's a question mark. Let's read it. Where could Baby Duck be? Carl thinks of one more place to look. Carl jumps into the fountain to look for Baby Duck. This is a different punctuation. Can you remember what this one's called? That one. Yep, it's called an exclamation mark. That means that when we read it, we have to read it with excitement. Let me tell you what the sentence says, and then I want you to help me read it with excitement. So it says, there's Baby Duck. You ready to read it with me? But let's make our voices like really excited. There's Baby Duck. Let's go home, Baby Duck, says Carl. Mother Duck is so happy to see them. What a good dog, Carl. So today we talked about punctuation. We were saying that if we're reading and we see this punctuation, we make our voices sound like a question. And if we're reading and we see this punctuation, we make our voices read with excitement. Now, I have one more thing I want to do with you before I say goodbye for today. One thing that readers do sometimes, like when they're done reading their books, is they talk about the feelings of the characters. And I was thinking about some different feelings that the characters had in this story. What are some of the feelings that you think the characters had? Yeah, I think you're right. So I heard some people say some of the characters felt worried, especially at the beginning of the story. And then at the end of the story, some of the characters felt grateful. Grateful means like you feel like you want to say thank you because someone did something for you. That's being grateful. So I want you to think, where in this story did some of the characters feel worried? Tell me. Yeah, I think you're right. I was thinking that like in the beginning of the story, Mama Duck was telling Carl that she was missing her baby. I bet she felt a little bit worried. And maybe as Carl was looking for the ducks, the baby duck, the missing duck, maybe he felt a little bit worried too. Can you think of a part in this story where a character felt grateful, where they probably felt like saying thank you to another character because they did something for them? Tell me. Yes, I think you're right. So like at the end of the story, Mother Duck didn't feel worried anymore, did she? Because look, Carl brought her baby duck back for her. She's not worried. Her feeling changed. She's not worried anymore. Now she feels grateful. So, as you read your books today, I want you to be thinking about a couple of things. One, if you see any question marks or exclamation marks, I want you to change the way that you're reading that sentence to make it sound like a question or read it with excitement. And the other thing I want you to do as you read today is I want you to be thinking about how the characters feel. Maybe you'll find a character who was grateful in one of your stories. Or maybe you'll find a character that was worried in one of your stories. If you do, leave me a comment and tell me where in your story one of the characters felt that way. It was good reading with you, and I will read this book with you one more time tomorrow. Bye! Look, Lettuce Man says...